All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving deep right into the heart of one of the most iconic cocktails ever created. I'm talking, of course, about the legendary Mai Tai. We've got to start with where the name came from. The story goes that when this drink was first served to some friends from Tahiti, one of them took a sip and just exclaimed, Mai Tai Roa E, which basically means out of this world, the best. And you know what? A good Mai Tai? They were not wrong.
Okay, so what is it about the Mai Tai? What makes it the quintessential tiki cocktail, the one everyone thinks of? Let's get into it. So, at its core, it's all about this incredible balance. You've got depth from an aged rum, but then this bright kick from a white rum. You get that zesty punch of fresh lime, a little orange note from the curaçao, and then this amazing nutty sweetness from something called orgeat syrup. Seriously, it's not just a cocktail. It's like a mini vacation in a glass.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. The origin of the Mai Tai? It's not some straightforward story, oh no. It's actually a story of a major rivalry, a real battle between two tiki pioneers.
So in one corner, you've got Don the Beachcomber. He says he came up with a similar but way more complex rum drink way back in 1933. And in the other corner, Victor Bergeron, who you probably know as Trader Vic. He created his version in Oakland, California in 1944. So, who's telling the truth? Who gets the credit?
And when you look at the recipes side by side, you see they were pretty different drinks. Don's version had grapefruit juice and this stuff called falernum. It's a sweet, spiced syrup. Trader Vic's, though, was cleaner, more focused. It was his blend of rum, that nutty orgeat, and orange curaçao that just worked. And that's the one that became the world-famous classic we all know and love. Okay, so let's focus on Trader Vic's recipe, the one that won the war. What exactly goes into it? Let's break down the essential ingredients so you can make one for yourself. And here it is, the original 1944 recipe. Now, pay close attention to this. It's got two rums, a white rum and an aged dark rum. That's totally on purpose, and it's key to the flavor. And of course, the fresh lime juice. That's a must. And then there's the orgeat syrup. That's really the secret weapon here.
All right, so you see two rums on that list, and you're probably wondering, okay, but which ones? And that's a great question, because honestly, the rum is the absolute soul of a Mai Tai.
It's all about the combination. The aged dark rum brings all this depth and complexity, those kind of funky, rich notes. Then, the white rum comes in and keeps it all bright and fresh. The one thing you absolutely want to avoid? Spiced rum. It'll just bulldoze over all those delicate flavors we're trying to build.
Okay, let's talk about that other mystery ingredient, orgeat syrup. Can you swap it out for something else?
Honestly, the short answer is no. Not if you want a real Mai Tai. Orgeat is this incredible almond syrup, and it gives the drink its signature nutty, almost creamy character. Sure, you could use something like amaretto, but it's just not going to be the same drink. Trust me, it's worth hunting down a good bottle of orgeat.
All right, we've got our ingredients, we know why they're important. I think it's time to actually build this thing. Let's make a Mai Tai.
First things first, let's grab our tools. And don't worry, you don't need a whole bunch of fancy equipment. Just a cocktail shaker, something to measure with, like a jigger, a strainer, a good old rocks glass, and a juicer for that lime. That's it.
Okay, the process is super straightforward. You're going to dump all your ingredients into a shaker that's packed with ice. Now this next part is really important. Seal it up and shake it hard, like for a good 15, maybe 20 seconds. You want that shaker to get frosty. Then you'll fill your glass with crushed ice, strain that beautiful mixture right over the top, and finish it off with that classic garnish, a sprig of mint, maybe a lime wheel. Perfect. So you have to wonder, right? It's been decades since 1944. Thousands of other cocktails have come and gone. So why does the Mai Tai stick around? What's its secret? I think it's because it's so much more than just a drink. It's an entire vibe. It perfectly captures that spirit of tiki culture, that idea of escapism. The flavor is deep, it's perfectly balanced, and with just one sip, boom, you're mentally on a beach somewhere. It's history, it's culture, and it's delicious, all in one glass.
Oh, and a little fun fact for you, that glass of tropical paradise, it'll run you about 300 calories. Totally worth it if you ask me.
Once you nail the Mai Tai, you've really unlocked a key piece of cocktail history. It kind of opens up the door to a whole world of classic drinks. So that just leads one question, really. Now that you've mastered this icon, what classic are you going to tackle next?